If anyone's from another country besides the United States, this might be a shocker, it may not be. I've had this cold going on 3 weeks, and it got to the point where the back of my throat is so swollen it feels like I have food stuck there, but I don't. And my ears are better today. Don't jinx yourself, Cheryl. And I've been doing the neti pot. Finally it went through one nostril, but it's just barely dripping out the other one. Cold medicine, aspirin, a cold washcloth, moisture on my face, a washcloth on my face when I breathe, because I'm breathing in through my mouth. And so my mouth doesn't dry out. I breathe through a damp washcloth at night. It's ridiculous. This is... But Brian said that if I don't improve by today, he's going to force me to go to an urgent care. So I started looking at urgent care, the nearest one, and the costs. This camera doesn't focus very well, but I'll tell you here, you got basic level starting at $120 for a visit. Examples include medication refills, rash, cough, cold, flu, UTI, which is urinary tract infection, with lab analysis, asthma, allergies, minor burns and cuts. Then you've got a moderate level starting at $160. You have insect bites, allergic reactions, strains and sprains, lab work, injections, blood draw. Complex level 3 starting at $200 a visit. Includes office visit and 2 follow-ups for cuts with stitches, fractures, head injury, foreign body removal like a splinter removal, incision and drainage. And then you've got COVID pricing, $95 to $220, and they've got other things you've got going on there. And it says free follow-up office visit within 5 days of your previous visit for the same ailment. Then they have detailed prices for their things. Office visit, $120. Follow-up, $75, unless it's within 5 days. Pregnancy test, $40. Urinary analysis, $40. Strep monoflu, $40. Glucose check, $40. I have a glucometer. I can do that for nothing. STD panel, $50. X-rays, chest X-ray, $100. Ankles, $75. Knees, $85. Wrists, $75. Spine, $100. Sternum, which is your breastbone, $90. Physical exams, I guess if you need a physical for work or school or something. Procedures, foreign body removal, $160. Sutures, $200 to $350. Ingrown nail, ooh. Most of this stuff I can do myself. And I know pays and co-payments and out of network and all this stuff, accepted insurance plans. Secondary insurance, and if using Medicare and the policy name, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, just bring your primary insurance card, secondary insurance card if using Medicare. In other words, I need another insurance if I want to go to this place. Well, I know the infection's gotten to my inner ear because I wobble and I'm dizzy and my balance isn't the best. This is really outrageous. And my voice sounds like broken gravel. Like I gargle with gravel. I don't want to go to one of those places. That's like throwing money out the window. I'm a tightwad, yeah. I use home remedies if I possibly can, yeah. Now, some countries, even though it's built into their tax system, but it covers their health care. Healthcare is a big racket in this country, that and the medicine drug companies. It's a big deal. And it's like a business to keep you sick so they can make more money off of you. I know that sounds drastic, but it sort of kind of is. Like NHS over in England. Well, there's things you got to pay extra for. And in Italy, you pay basic taxes on basic stuff. But if you have, a surgery or torn something or other and it needs to be surgerized, a new word, then that's extra. But if you try to maintain keeping well, you'll get the flu or whatever occasionally, then you're covered. They don't do that here. Oh, la. And it's the annual enrollment for Medicare Parts, whatever, extra insurance that you pay for. Now, the original basic stuff for Medicare, they take it out of your Social Security before you get your Social Security. So you're paying for that, just like other healthcare systems in other places. But if you want anything above and beyond, you've got to have insurance, just like other countries. But if you need urgent care or something, and then you got to make an appointment for that, I don't know about that. Hopefully, I'm getting some medicine in the mail today, hopefully. And if I start with a vicious attack with some 2 doses to begin with, and then the rest of the week will be a single dose, that's usually what a lot of those other medicines are. They'll give you like a week's worth, but the first day you take 2. I worked in the healthcare field for 10 years. I went through a program. We had medical technology and terminology and diseases and anatomy and physiology. Pretty much what a nurse does, except for specific dosing. But we had to learn the same things. I just didn't want to have to deal with people, so I dealt with paperwork instead. I worked coding medical records. Now, the way they code records has changed. When did it change? About 20 years ago. So the codes that I know are not ones used anymore. They have numbers and letters this time. We only had numbers. My mouth is really dry. I guess it's the cold stuff that I'm taking. For the most part, people have the same things. Like I would code. Well, I grew up, where I was working, it snowed every winter. And there's always somebody falling and slipping on the ice and hurting their knee. So they come in with a hurt knee, pain in the knee. They had a what was it? 946.6 or something, 926.6. And then the code would be an E for event, E888, which was a fall, slipped and fell. So those numbers I would enter into the computer. Now, they've changed since then, the number and letter system, and also there are computer programs from the urgent care and the rehabilitation centers that they put in the computer that don't go to the coders because they're already taken care of. So that has changed. But basic knowledge of healthcare, homeopathy, old wives' medicine, like hot toddy, or I'm not saying lick a Newt or something like I'm a witch, I am Newt, hair of toad. No thanks. But as I drink, I bought a great big thing of orange juice, which helps too. I don't know. I don't want to have to pay that kind of money. I don't think it's right. And then on top of that visit, whatever they prescribe, you gotta pay for. Oh my God. I hope that stuff comes early rather than late today. I have Wednesday, I'll be with little man all day, but today and tomorrow I don't have to be. So I'm going to come up with some more Whoop Whoop Wednesdays and put them on the computer so that if I can't talk, I can barely talk now. If I can't talk then at least I'll have a Whoop Whoop Wednesday up. It might be something you've already heard, but I don't know. And I guess for the interim, while I can't talk very well, I'll stick a candy clam running for president ad. It's 8:40 in the morning. I made a bunch of pancakes yesterday and cut them up into little pieces, so I have them in a little tub. And I poured melted butter over them. So for the next 3 or 4 days, all I have to do is grab a little handful of pancakes, put them in a dish, warm them up, put a little syrup on them, and Bob's your uncle. No, he's not. I also have 2 days worth of chicken soup and 4 days of vegetable soup, so I'm set in that department. I just need to do everything else around here, but when I feel like it, I guess. I've got all the Christmas stuff for everybody. It's not much. I'm going to divide it up, put it in containers, see if I can, what size of box I'll need to send this stuff to Canada. I'm going to save up to do that. It costs a lot of money to send stuff. I sent a $6 item to somebody for $20. It cost me $20 to send something to someone, but I can't drive there and give it to her. So I hope she likes it. Kitty cat wants to play. I gotta go eat breakfast. So hopefully, if I feel like it, I'll rest as much as possible. And maybe get some sunshine, vitamin D sunshine. I don't know. Well, that's the update. And I guess we'll see. It's a booger. It's really... I'll have to get out my homeopathy book and see if there's anything else I can do. Yeah, so I can go upward and onward.